All I know this time is just getting jet. Need a lot of G's up in my head.
This is the look. As you guys can see, they are the freaking lightest weight. You actually can see me through the pants. Not is this my size, not as under $200, not as Dries Van Noten, not as cotton viscose. What's up guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It is your girl Sierra. Hey yeah. And as you guys can see, I am back with a new pickups video, also with a new hairstyle. Okay, you can't tell me that. So last weekend I met up with one of my coworkers and he just moved here, so I was like, oh my gosh, let's go to Veloria, because I feel like Veloria is definitely like a little New York staple. Some of my favorite pieces I've gotten at Veloria, like this vintage Dries Van Noten dress from like the early 2000s I got from Veloria. My Margiela cardigan from like the 90s I got from Veloria. Like, they source the best pieces, and yeah, every time I go there, literally I end up buying something, or I'm between like two things and then I'll be like, oh, like this kind of I ain't one of those people. It's kind of tacky, but anyway, yeah, so I was there and I ended up finding these Jean Paul Gaultier jeans, like with paint splattered all over them, or like, no, not paint, bleach splattered all over them, and I love them. They were like a size 31 in the waist, so a little bit big on me, but would be cute with like a little t-shirt and a little thong. So I was like, and then I ended up trying on these Demeulemeester cargo pants, and I was between both of them, and my coworker and the person that worked there, they was just like, I think you should maybe do the Demeulemeester. And at first it was like, it's a linen, and I'm like, no, they're cotton. It's just a very lightweight cotton, which you guys will see. With the bleach splattered Jean Paul Gaultier jeans, I just felt like I wouldn't get so much wear out of them. It's like not something that I would want to wear every day, because I feel like they are kind of a statement piece. And for what they were, I'm just like, I don't want to do that. And also I kind of was like, it's inspiring me to maybe do this to a pair of jeans that I will thrift perhaps. So I was like, yeah, I'll do that. And another reason why I went with the Demeulemeester cargos is because I was just like, I'll wear cargos all the time. Like, I have a green pair of cargos that I've had for literally like a decade at this point, and I still wear the heck out of them to this day. And fortunately, unfortunately, because they are getting better with time, but they are getting distressed and like kind of worn in, which yes, they do look better, but I'm like, I need something to kind of flip back and forth between. So I was like, you know what, this can be that type of thing for me. So I just hopped right into it. I just realized that. First off, before I show you guys, how are you guys? Let me know down in the comments. In case you are new to my channel, my name is Sierra Parker, and I am all about functional quality clothing. I am about reviewing these types of pieces. So if you are interested in that, then please click the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell if you'd like. Yeah, because I'm a Cancer, so I am semi-consistent, I'll say. Like, I come on here when I feel like I feel it. It feels forced otherwise, so I feel like that's why you guys don't see me like every Friday or every Wednesday, although that is a goal of mine. I always say that, but yeah, it is a goal of mine. But anyway, if you click the notification bell, you'll know when I post. And yeah, I'm kind of getting straight to it because I actually don't have much time. I'm actually on my way to my new job. You girl, she's a boss. But yeah, I'm gonna get into that probably at some point, tell you guys about it, but let's hop right to these new pickups. So these are my newest Demeulemeester little pickup. And another reason why I got these, if I'm honest, is because I've had this Demeulemeester just simple black top, which I have just yet to wear. And I literally got it, I want to say like 2 birthdays ago. Yeah, because I got it on my birthday. 2 or 3 birthdays ago, I got this top from Dover Street Market for like, I think $100 or something like that. They had it on sale, and I was like, oh, I don't own any Demeulemeester. And in case you're unfamiliar with her, she is a queen when it comes down to the avant-garde space. But yeah, I just think of like quality, wearable, avant-garde-esque pieces. And I think I looked her up too, and they said like she likes to like romanticize that whole world as well. And I also think of like her boots, like her combat boots is something that comes to mind when I think of Demeulemeester, and the fact that they are quality leather and probably inspired by like military boots. And yeah, I just know her stuff to age very well, because I feel like Rick Owens, like Margiela, like she definitely has like a cult following. And because I have the eye that I have, I'm always looking at people that have on quality pieces, you know. So I definitely have peeped the Demeulemeester little squad, or people that like love her and wear her to death. Same with like Yohji Yamamoto. Like when I think of those brands, I definitely think of pieces that will age gracefully. And for me, I'm just not loyal to any brand. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I'm all about like quality, timeless pieces. And that's one of the reasons why I shop designer and I thrift a lot. And when I do thrift, I'm typically thrifting like quality fabrics, 100% cashmere, 100% silk, 100% linen, 100% cotton, because I just know that those types of fabrics tend to hold up over time and just get better with age. And with that being said, what I've learned throughout my 10 years working in luxury retail is that when it comes to some designer brands, right, the ones that I just named, Rick Owens, Demeulemeester, Yohji Yamamoto, a couple brands that I've worked for as well, like their pieces are quality, like they're made with intention and therefore made to hold up over time. And obviously Demeulemeester is no different. And because I'm all about quality, like I don't stick with just one brand. Like when I think of Demeulemeester, I do think of a good cargo, a good boot. So I know to go to Demeulemeester for that. Why? Because I talk to people every day. I see people every day who wear her pieces. And I want to ask people, how long have you had these cargos? How long have you had these boots? Because I want to know how they're going to look if I was to get them in 5 years times, 3 years times. And yeah, I think that that's why I'm not loyal to any brand, because I don't wear name brands to flex or to, yeah, I just wear it because I'm hard on my things and I know that they'll hold up. With that being said, sure, I do resonate with some designers more than others. Like I love the Martin Margiela and how he, you know, carried himself as a designer, how he made everything about his craft. He didn't want to be in the limelight. Like I love how he carried himself, and I can resonate with that because I do have a dark side, or like a more introverted side, to whereas I kind of will be to myself, and I'm like, you know, I get that. I kind of resonate with that. And I like Rick Owens. I forget which collection it was, when he had all the women angrily walking down the runway, and me as a black woman, I felt like, or I feel like people kind of see me as that sometime, or want to box me in as this, you know, problematic black woman. And with that being said, I resonated with that collection because it made me own my aggression in a way. But yeah, I feel like seeing that collection made me feel like there's nothing wrong with me, and it can be embraced, that side, you know. Even when it does come down to Rick Owens, although I love Rick Owens for Rick, although I love Martin Margiela for Martin Margiela. I'm wearing Martin Margiela right now. But although I love them for who they are, I still am not gonna just buy pieces that are just for the flex, or pieces that I can't wear on my day-to-day, you know, if that makes sense. Anyway, getting into these little cargos, as you guys can see, they are the freaking lightest weight. You actually can see me through the pants, and that almost discouraged me from buying them. And that's probably the reason why my coworker and the person that worked there was like, oh, they're linen, like you can wear them every summer. And I'm like, no, they're cotton. But they're so lightweight to the point where they probably thought that they were linen. But because they're so loose on me, as you guys can see, I was like, I can definitely like wear my like a heat tech legging underneath, like a black pair, and get away with wearing them like in the fall and maybe on the more warmer winter days. So that's how I'll make these probably more seasonless. And as you guys can see, this is the tag here, and they are in an extra small, 100% cotton. And let me know down in the comments, because I was looking up the sizing, and typically when it comes down to Demeulemeester sizing, I think they use Italian sizing. I couldn't find too many pieces with like small, extra small, but I do think that this piece is like a newer piece, so not so vintage, and that's probably why they have like the small, extra small like sizing. And again, as you guys can see, they are still a little bit loose on me. I am in the process of getting a little bit more weight, But one thing that I do love about these cargos is the fact that they have the drawstrings on the inside, so I can make them as tight or as loose as I'd like, which is good because I, like most people, fluctuate with my weight. So I love when items come with something that can be adjusted. Also at the bottom of the pants too, I love that they have these 2 buttons, so I can make them a little bit more, you know, taut at the bottom, which looks really good with like heels, I feel like. And I feel like these details, again, you really only get these details when you buy quality. And granted, like the original, the army surplus like cargos come with all of these types of details as well. But for me, I've yet to come across a pair of cargos that are this light in weight. And I feel like too, it just adds to the drapiness of them. Like I love how they just look on my body, feel on my body. And also too, one standout feature with these cargos is the fact that they have like a drop crotch, and that's also something that you don't see on, you know, your day-to-day army surplus cargo. So I think that that is definitely a detail that is probably synonymous with Demeulemeester. And I think I made the right choice with going with these cargos as opposed to the Jean Paul TA jeans, because they're just much more wearable. Like I can wear these once a week, twice a week, every day if I wanted to, until I get tired of wearing them. But yeah, I look forward to seeing how these age over time. And as you guys know, that's also a style video that I like to do, is let you guys know how things age. So maybe I'll do a video next year on what these are giving after a year. But yeah, my first little pickup. And then secondly was something that I actually got a couple days ago, and it is this Dries Van Noten sweater. And I have been eyeing this sweater. I think that it's just, I've always thought it was just so beautiful. Just the texture, this like lizardy like print. And then if you zoom in, you also have like little speckles of like green and purple and lime. I just think that this piece and the way that it's made, the way that they, I don't know, printed this print on the garment is just so beautiful. And it also features like a raglan seam steel at that. Like you have so many just classic features with this sweater, the crew neck, the ribbing at the top and at the bottom, which gives you like that 90s feel, the cuffs on the sleeves, like, and for me, seeing a piece like this is something typically, even if it is Dries Van Noten, which I love Dries, because I think, when I think Dries, I think yes, prints, but I think timeless prints. Like I've talked to people who have Dries collections and they still wear their pieces from the 90s, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like another designer that I think of in that same regard is like Comme des Garçons. Like Comme des Garçons is another brand that even if you had a piece from like the 90s, like it still works today. And I think that that's really hard to do, especially when it comes down to funky prints and, you know, funky silhouettes with comb. And I think that this print is actually a reoccurring print for Dries. Like I've seen him do it like a couple seasons. I think he has like a lizard print, like loafer, for instance, and boot. But yeah, for me, I don't wear prints on my day-to-day. So I typically will like thrift something like this. But when I tell y'all, I paid under $200 for this sweater. So I was like, come on. Like, and I, for one, some pieces I have, although I don't think I'll ever sell any of my pieces, but I'm like, if I wanted to, I could sell this in the future. And yeah, so because of the price, because of the style, the classic silhouette of it, I got this piece. Now, again, would I have bought this piece at full price, which I think the full price was like $9.90? Probably not, because again, I always think about cost per wear, and I just couldn't justify that price because I wouldn't wear it that much, honestly. Like I'll probably wear this, I don't know how much I'll wear it, but I just don't see myself wearing it all the time. But I do think it is just so freaking beautiful. And this piece, I believe, is from the spring 2025 collection. So the collection that the Driessss studio designed, because if you didn't know, Driessss actually left his brand in June of 2024. And since then, what's his name? Klausner, I'm blanking on his first name, but he is now the creative director. But prior to him, the studio ended up designing a collection. And yeah, this is from that collection. And the fabric makeup is a viscose cotton blend, so definitely a weight that is good for spring, summer. but obviously with the t-shirt or something underneath, I can get away with wearing it in the fall with a pair of jeans, which I cannot freaking wait to do. And the size of this is actually an extra small. So when I tell you, it's like the stars aligned, you guys. It's like the stars aligned. I'm like, not is this my size, not is under $200, not as Dries Van Noten, not as cotton viscose. And at first I was a little hesitant because of the viscose, because I'm like, you know, I wish it was like 100% cotton, but it's just like beggars can't be choosy. And also viscose comes from tree pulp, which is you know, semi-natural fabric. And yeah, with that being said, I am freaking obsessed with this piece. When I had tried it on, I actually had like a little red lip and a red up against this brown black texture. It's just every freaking thing. And also when it comes down to bottoms that I can wear with this, because it just has so many colors in it. Like I said, if you guys zoom in, you can see even little speckles of like green and red and purple. I hope you guys can see that. But I can wear these with gray pants, with black jeans, with black trousers, with, you know, another, you know, fun printed trouser. Ooh, maybe this etro. Can y'all see? Maybe, I don't know, maybe. But anyway, this is my two newest little pickups, and I am so happy with them. Sorry this video was a bit of a rush. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down below what was you guys' newest pickups. I would love to know, and I will see you guys in my next one. Also, follow me on Instagram if you haven't already. I do post on there about like every day, obviously, because it's just shorter, you know, little bits throughout my day, so it's just easier to post on there. But yes, check me out on Instagram at ONECICIERA1CCera, and I would, yeah, I don't know what else to say. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you. Oh, really quick, I did want to show y'all what I was wearing. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Because I look really cute. Hold on. So yeah, y'all, this is what I'm wearing. Just my Margiela little cardigan, an ATM t-shirt, which if you haven't heard of ATM, they are really good when it comes down to t-shirts. They have a proprietary fabric, Peruvian cotton, super soft and just super like blousy on the body. My jeans are my Levi's that I thrifted in Paris, orange tab, and then my little Proenza little heel. And I'm gonna put my Margiela babouche in my bag because Lord knows I don't like wearing heels for 8 hours. So this is the look. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, sorry for the rush. I am just obsessed with my hair, as y'all can see. But anyway, sorry for the rush. Hope you guys have the best day ever, and I will see you in my next one.